Wow, it's that time of the year again. It's getting colder. First time wearing a jacket again. I don't know, like it feels kind of good. I like the darker, moodier time of the year where it's not like constantly warm. I like rain. I like gray kind of days. I don't know why. Maybe I'm weird, but I like this kind of stuff. It just makes me feel way less guilty sitting here in the studio 24/7 just making music. All of that fine and good. But there's actually an announcement, something where I personally screwed up in a big way, and I want to apologize and address it and try to make the best of the situation. So let me address that really quickly. So as you might remember, almost a year ago, I started a remix competition for a song called Ashes. Cool, chilled kind of vocals. I just played it to you in the intro. It has like an acid bass line, which I really like. It's a little quirky in a way, and it's way different than anything I've done before. And it's way different than all of the stuff I'm planning on releasing, the stuff that I'm working on right now. Because there's like, as an artist, you always have like, you shift between sounds a little. I started with very underground music, very underground music. Then I ghost produced for very underground techno, melodic techno kind of guys. And I love that sound. I transitioned more to deep house and then some other styles in between. It's like always up and down, which is fine and normal. And right now I'm on a path to like darker, moodier, clubbier, kind of interstellar, Blade Runner kind of vibes, kind of sounds, which I absolutely love. It reminds me of the time where I started. So it's a little back to the roots, which maybe it's the age, I don't know. I just feel a little nostalgic at the moment. And Ashes, it's just different. It just doesn't fit to the old. It doesn't fit to the new. And that's maybe the reason why I was so hesitant to release it. Because the song is actually already finished. I mixed it now twice. Didn't improve much. It was just me trying to change it. And then I thought, like, today, maybe just redo it entirely and use the vocal. Because the problem is, we made a remix competition with it. So there are 4 people out there that won this competition. Amazing songs that I absolutely love. But the original was missing. Big problem. And I now decided to not release it because it just doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense. So I thought, what's the solution? Because I owe these 4 people what I promised, a proper release. And we got in contact with them, and we'll stay in contact and try and find a solution. For me, there are like 2 options. Either releasing Ashes under a different name, or releasing their songs as originals. That's like legally no problem. We own the rights to the vocal and everything. So I'll discuss that with the artists and try, or actually I promise to release them this year. And let me know in the comments if you also want to hear the original thing in full. But again, I hope you understand. It just doesn't feel right to release it right now with my artist name, with like the past releases on Lost Frequencies label that head into a direction. There's stuff coming up where I already have like cool labels involved. And this song, it's completely off. It's not related in any kind of way to anything else I've ever made. I still like it. I still think it's a decent to kind of good track, and it's worth it to be released, and also the remixes. So I'll find a solution. If you have any other suggestion, let me know in the comments. But I think like the 2 options, releasing the original with another name and have the remixes included, or just the remixes as originals, those are like the best 2 options, I think. Anyway, speaking of new sounds, today the entire day non-stop just creating new ideas, and I'll share some of them with you in a bit. For me, end of the day. For you, just a couple of seconds of B-roll. I'm completely exhausted. My ears are like, it hurts already a little. I started today 1, 2, 3, 3 entirely new songs. And I continued on 2, two. So in total 5. I'll play you all of them actually, but just really quick, because they're still work in progress. And I just compared like my last release on Lost Frequencies label to those releases. And I think the jump is quite big, and I think I know why. There are 2 reasons. That's the first one. It's okay. Like, I think I could turn it into something, but it still needs like a special element. Either I can make someone like not really sing, like more talking, like faithless kind of vocals on top. Then I think it could work. Otherwise, I need something else that grabs your attention. Let's do the next one. That one I already played you, but it's a fresher version. I love it. I love it. I just called it Vibe because it has like this certain vibe to it. And I think this one could also work as an instrument. Still rough, but this just onto something, like the voice pad thing and the main sound, both of them very unique, and I think I just need to build everything around it and I'll be fine. The next one is the messiest by far. Now, I don't even want to play it to you. It's like, the idea is good, but I didn't have the time to work on it. Atmos Star. That one's good, I think. It just has one main problem. I have like 3 sections that don't go well together. I don't know how to put them in one song. So it starts like this. Which sounds extremely fat in a way. It needs automation and movement to be more interesting. I like that, but then it drops into something entirely different. Which I like very much. I think this could be a track on its own. And then it jumps into something different again. I think it's possible to put it in one track. It just has to be a little longer, and maybe here also I need a voice to bind everything a little together. But I'll have probably next week 2 sessions or 1 session at least to get some ideas, rough ideas done, and then the week after ADE. And that's why I'm making so many of these and trying to push out and get them to a point where I can play them to someone as fast as possible, because I'm meeting some important people. The next song, Fallen Star, that's the one I showcased to you yesterday. Then there's another one, just called it Benassi-like. You probably all still remember Benny Benassi's Satisfaction, because I have like a very crunchy bass in there. That's not the sound. This one, I think. That one's a little crazy. Not sure if this is too crazy already, but I'll work on it a little more, get it sorted, ordered, mixed a little, and then see. Those are just rough ideas. I usually at least once per week try to make like 4 or 5, an entire day just dedicated to it. And then as always, just wait a little, think about it, try to come up with some lyrics, get a singer-songwriter involved, and then go from there. Let me know which one of them you like the best. And yeah, we still need to clarify, like, why I think, like, I feel so much not like better in making music, but the results just get better. And the two reasons I mainly think help me are actually, like, number one, and those are the first songs that I actually start right here in this new studio with the new speakers after a longer while where I got used to it. All other songs I finished in here, but I didn't start them in here. These I started in here. So from the ground up, the kick selection, the bass selection, like every single element I've selected while being here in this room, that I now know a little better. Maybe in a month, 2 or 3, it will get even better, that I know my speakers, know the room, get used to it, because all of it is new, as you know. And reason number 2, I think, is this sound is so familiar to me. Like, that's what I used to produce. Like, you know me maybe for max 5.5 years since I'm doing these daily videos, and I'm very open and public about everything I do. Before that, I was the opposite, the absolute opposite. I was just sitting in the studio. No one even knew that I existed, except for the people buying songs off of me as a ghost producer. And that was the stuff like this, but 10 years, 15 years older was what I was doing. And I did that for a longer time. And I actually enjoy doing it again. It feels like home. And feeling at home while making music is kind of cool. It feels good. It feels right. That's what I'll do for, I don't know, as long as I feel like doing it, and then maybe switch it a little again, not switch it again. And this also ties in very well with the live setup that I'm creating. These sounds, they just make fun manipulating them live. I just need to finish that live set, but more on that probably tomorrow.